Hello, my name is Lakeisha McPherson, and this is my Module 8 assignment questionnaire. I currently work in an acute care facility that's a part of a bigger system. We have a total of 8 hospitals in southeastern Michigan. I work as a nursing house manager at one of the acute care sites. My role gives me access to the bed board as well as the bed boards for the other 8 sister sites. And in the fall of 2023, we experienced a surge of pediatric patients presenting with respiratory issues. Due to the surge, we were experiencing a huge strain not only on the staff, the facilities, but the community, because we just did not have the human resources to properly care for the children. And in some instances, we did experience some expirations. As I was driving home when this course started, and I was trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do for my project presentation, I knew that I wanted to do something with children, and I wanted to, because of what we had just experienced, I wanted to do something impactful. And so as I was driving home, I'm looking around to try to figure out how I could connect with kids. I knew that the schools would be more difficult to gain access to, so I tried with child care centers. I had made contact with 3 child care centers, only 1 responded. I connected with the business owner who was also the program director, and we were able to build a rapport. She gave me insight on the children and what they were learning, and I was able to create my presentation from the information that she provided. My target audience was ages 4 through 10. There was a total of 5 students that participated in the presentation. My presentation focused on germs and the proper hand washing techniques. It informed the children of the common household items or places where germs are normally found. It explained how germs entered the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. I decided that this topic was relevant because of what we experienced in the fall of 2023, and I wanted to help the children in my community be healthier. The community project was presented at the Child Care Center on January the 12th, 2024. The business owner and program director gave me permission to conduct the project there at their site, and the permission slip for the project was completed the first week of this course. I advertised the presentation as an opportunity to build upon the germ and hand washing foundation that was already set by the child care center as well as the parents, the stuff that they already kind of knew. I explained that my presentation would reinforce their current teachings and provide the children with a visual aid and a hand washing activity. I provided my target audience with information, an information board about germs, the mode of transmission, and the proper hand washing technique. There was also an interactive portion of the presentation where the children received powder and they had to wash the powder off their hands. And if they didn't do the proper technique, the powder was still there. I did this with them. This gave them an opportunity to practice the proper hand washing technique and gave me an opportunity to do it with them step by step. The purpose of my presentation was to reinforce that germs are on common items that we use daily. It reinforced the importance of hand washing. And at the end of the presentation, the children were able to verbalize a greater understanding of how germs entered the body. I am 100% confident that they will continue to try to wash their hands properly because they enjoy playing in water too. However, I don't believe that they will perfect their technique right now, but the purpose or what I really wanted to accomplish was the importance of washing their hands and making sure that hand washing is a common practice that the children practice. I do think over time their technique will get better. To evaluate the project effectiveness, I would monitor how frequently the children are washing their hands and the technique that they're using to wash their hands. I believe I did a good job presenting the information to the children. I used language that was easy for them to understand. I provided them with a visual board to support the information that I was explaining. Each child had the opportunity to participate and demonstrate proper hand washing, and I was able to maintain their attention throughout the presentation, and they were able to regurgitate the information that I gave them. If I was planning to present this presentation again, I would not include the 10-year-old in a group with the smaller children. The content was geared more towards the smaller child, and the older child was more of a distraction for them. I would also use an additional adult to help me during the interactive portion because the kids were kind of all over the place with the powder and the hand washing. It was kind of hard to keep them controlled. My target audience was receptive and engaged. I am very satisfied with the board presentation and explaining the germs and the modes of transmission. I was least satisfied with the interactive portion because it could have had more control, and I could have given out the powder a little differently. I could have put the powder on the doorknobs and on the hard surface, so as they were sitting down, they could have been touching the powder unknowing to them, and then I could have showed them the powder on their hand with the light, just to make the connection as to how you touch normal things and things end up on your hands. I could have did that part better. My top 3 items that went well during my presentation was the messaging that got across with the importance of hand washing, the engagement of my target audience, and how I stayed on task, how I maintained my time during my presentation. In the future, I would, like I stated before, modify the demonstration portion of the board presentation into 2 different groups, one for the older child and one for the smaller children. No, the older child was just not, she wasn't amused. Prior to the community health class, I don't really think I thought of the community as I think of it now. Now I'm looking around and looking for health risk or potential health risk where that wasn't my perspective before. I was more so geared towards looking at what was coming into the hospital and just kind of focusing in that way. Now it's a little different for me. On the local and state and national levels, my target audience is healthy compared to the adult population. According to a national survey conducted in 2020, the leading causes of child death among the ages 5 to 9 were unintentional injuries. Unintentional injuries accounted for 31% of all deaths among this group. According to Healthy People 2030, reducing the death rates of children ages 1 through 19 is one of the main goals of the 2030 agenda. This issue is not improving, it's actually getting worse, and the leading cause of death among this population is death caused by injury caused by motor vehicle accidents. To help resolve this issue, we have new strategies to improve motor vehicle safety. My presentation has had a positive impact on my target audience. They have a greater understanding of germs, the mode of transmission, and the importance of hand washing and how to properly wash their hands. I really had fun with this. And thanks again. Have a great day.